you really moving out?
Of course I am. I'm married now. It's about time I move out of Mom's house anyway. It's embarrassing to still be living with her.
I guess it's good timing. We're gonna be moving soon anyway. But then again, we were looking at places big enough for all three of us to live in. Now we'll have to start looking all over again, or else we'll take a place that's too big for us.
That's not my problem. I don't care about any of that. And don't try to guilt trip me into staying with you and Mom.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I just messaged you to congratulate you on your marriage. But are you sure it was a good idea to run off and elope with this guy? You barely know him.
What do you mean, was it a good idea?
I mean, well, can you trust this guy?
Huh?
I mean, you just met the guy. I'm just worried about you moving out and starting your new life with this guy who you barely know.
Mind your own business. I know him well enough. The last thing I need is someone your age with no boyfriend and who still lives with their mom trying to give me advice on love. You're just jealous. I don't want to end up like you. That's why I'm moving out of the house.
What do you mean you don't want to end up like me?
You're gonna be living with Mom forever. You'll never get out. You're too hesitant to do anything. You're weak.
That's not true. I'm busy with work and someone has to help Mom out.
Work? If you live closer to your job, that wouldn't even be an issue. You're just making excuses. You're too scared to get out on your own, that's all.
Amber, stop this. Why are you treating me like this? I was simply saying I'm worried about you, that's all. If you want to move out of the house, that's fine. But you don't have to make fun of me as you do it.
It's something I've been wanting to tell you for a long time. I'm glad I got the chance to do it before I moved out. I'm gonna be starting my new life with Carson. I'll be sure to send you a postcard.
Whatever. I wish you luck.
Hey, are you really living in a high-rise condo?
Amber, I'm surprised to hear from you again. Especially with how you treated me when you moved out.
Shut up. Just answer the question. Did you guys move to a high-rise condo?
Yeah, we did. Mom really wanted the place.
Really? I knew Mom had money. She must have gotten it when Dad died, and she's been hiding it from us all these years. So, is it a big place? How big is it?
Mom doesn't have any money. But anyway, it's got 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. It's one of the ones we were looking at when we thought all 3 of us would be moving into it.
I'm coming back to live with Mom.
Huh?
I left Carson. I don't have any place to live now. So I'm coming back to live with Mom. So I want you to trade with me.
What? Trade?
How long do you plan on sponging off of Mom for? You're way too old to be doing that. I told you that 6 months ago, and I see it still hasn't sunken in yet, has it?
What? What are you talking about?
Look, you've lived the rich life in that high-rise condo for the past 6 months. Now it's my turn. I'm on my way back to the city now. I want you packed and ready to leave by the time I get there.
In your dreams. And why did you leave Carson anyway?
Because that idiot cheated on me. And I'm not getting a cent from him in the divorce. I'm running away from him and I've got nowhere else to go. We're sisters, aren't we? You should be willing to sacrifice yourself to save me.
What's gotten into you? Sorry to bother you. Is this Ilia's number? My name is Carson. I was married to your sister. Yes, I'm Alia. But why are you messaging me? Well, I'm sure Amber has already told you what happened, but... Yeah, she said she left you and that she's coming back home to live with Mom. She said you cheated on her and you're not giving her anything in the divorce, so she's running away from you. I figured she'd tell you something like that. I don't expect you to believe me, but that's all a lie. That's not what happened at all. What do you mean? It's the exact opposite. Your sister cheated on me. What? To be more accurate, she didn't just cheat on me. She also blackmailed me out of all my money, too. Her and that guy of hers got hold of a video of me that I don't want anyone to know about, and she blackmailed me with it. You mean she recorded you doing something embarrassing with her and they're using it to extort money from you?
I think I've heard about that kind of thing.
That's exactly what they did. I just never thought my own wife would do something like that to me. I'm not the only one she's done it to either. She's done it to a bunch of guys. The guy she was cheating on me with is the ringleader of the whole operation. Your sister's a thief. They trick people out of their money.
That's terrible. But why are you telling me?
They've got that video of me, so I can't do anything about it. If I try to stop them, they'll leak it. But I still want her to pay for what she did. You're her sister. There's gotta be something you can do to help.
You seem like you're telling the truth, but...
I don't expect you to believe me. But at the same time, I really need you to believe me. It's all true. When your sister contacted you, she told you she was coming home and that she wanted you out of the house, right?
Yeah? How did you know?
Think about it. Your place is big enough for 3 people to live in. So why do you think she wants you out of the house? It's because she plans on going there with that guy. His name's Fernando Heatherwick. Just like I said, he's the one behind the whole operation.
So that's why she wants me out. I thought it was just because she hated me or something. But why would she come here? If those two are swindling money, why would they move in with my mom? Wouldn't they want to live by themselves if they were doing something shady like that?
No. Fernando is in some trouble of his own, and he's got no money right now. Their last target proved to be more than they bargained for. It turns out the guy they went after was a bit crazy. After they took his money, the guy went berserk and tracked Fernando down and was going to kill him. But Fernando agreed to give him all the money he had if the guy promised to spare his life. The guy agreed and took all of Fernando's money.
Wow, that sounds really serious.
You'd think after a brush with death like that, most people would quit right there. But not this guy. Fernando's plan was to just leave the city for a while till things die down. That's the only reason they're going back to your mom's house. That, and so they can live there rent-free since they don't have a cent to their name now.
And why exactly do you know all the details?
Because, honestly, for a little while I was helping them.
Huh?
That story that I just told you about. I was involved in all of it too. I got Amber into this whole mess. I showed her how easy it was to steal money. When she came to live with me, I introduced her to Fernando, my boss. We all started working together, and it seems like Amber fell in love with Fernando instead. Those two screwed me over in the process, and things went to hell. It wasn't just that one guy that came back to kill Fernando. We were pretty sure the cops were onto us as well. I've got nowhere to run. It's just a matter of time before they find me. The only thing I can do now at this point is turn myself in. But if I'm going down, I want to make sure Fernando and Amber go down with me. That's why I'm leaving it all up to you now.
What do you mean this is all on me now? I have to decide my sister's fate? Oh my god. Are you saying you want me to report her to the police?
Yes, but I think you should make sure they have nowhere to run to before you call the cops. I don't want them getting away again. They're really good at running. Trust me.
I understand. For some reason, I really don't think you're lying to me right now. Maybe because I can picture Amber doing everything you said. I pretty much gave up on her a long time ago.
I'm not surprised. When I was with her, she never said anything nice about you.
Anyhow, I suggest you turn yourself in since you were a part of this too.
I will. And I hope you'll take care of the rest.
Hey, I'm almost there. Are you ready to get out? I don't want to see your ugly face. So do me a favor and make sure you're gone before I get there, okay? You really want me out, don't you? Of course. I already told you that. In your 30s and still sponging off your mom. You should be ashamed. But it's my turn to live in that expensive condo. I don't care if you have to live on the street, but you need to get out.
Fine, I'll leave.
And make sure you never come back. I don't want anything to do with you ever again.
Okay, I'll leave everything up to you from now on.
Hey, is it true that you were paying the rent for this thing? Mom didn't buy this condo?
Of course he didn't buy it. Who told you she did? Rent on that place is $5,000 a month, and I was the one paying it.
$5,000 a month? How could you afford to pay that?
Because I studied, graduated college, and worked my ass off to get a good job. I was never sponging off of anyone. But you told me to get out, so I guess that means you want to pay the rent on that place from now on.
Hold on. There's no way I can pay $5,000 a month for rent.
Then I guess you should get out and cancel the rental agreement. But if you do that, you'll still have to pay the cancellation fees.
No, I won't. That rental agreement is in your name, isn't it? That means you'll be the one responsible for it. I can just live here without paying rent until they come and kick us out. And you'll still be responsible for paying all the back rent, or else you'll have to go to court. Not me.
No, sorry. The rental agreement is in Mom's name. I was simply paying the rent for her. So I'm not responsible for anything. I'm not the one living there, so I won't be the one paying it. This was all your idea, so it's up to you now. You'll be screwing Mom over if you don't pay it for her.
I told you I can't pay it. You have to do something.
Then why don't you just get Fernando to pay it for you with some of the money you guys stole?
Huh? How do you know about Fernando?
I know everything. You've got no money now, so you thought you'd run home and sponge off your mom. But not just that. You found out I was living in an expensive condo and you figured you'd kick me out and weasel your way in instead. I know about you and Fernando. So, how about you guys just turn yourselves in, okay?
How much do you know?
Everything. I know all about your blackmail and extortion schemes together. You and Fernando are just con artists. That's how you make your money. And I know about your little group you had, and how it all went bad, and how now you're in trouble.
How could you know all of that?
Whatever. You're right. I'm in real trouble now.
I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but we're still sisters. So you've got to help me.
Help you? And how exactly do you want me to do that?
If you could just pay the rent on this place and let Fernando and I live here, that'd really help us out. If you did that, Fernando and I could hide out here and nobody would know.
I see. But what's in it for me?
Well, you could live here too, I guess. How about that? There's 3 bedrooms. All 4 of us could live here.
Do you think I'm that stupid? That's never gonna happen. Why would I let someone who hates me and their thief of a boyfriend live with me in a condo I'm paying for? Forget it. You can either live there and pay the rent on it or get out. Take your pick.
I can't leave here. I have no other place to go. And I told you I don't have any money. Just help me.
Well, this is what you get. I'm tired of helping you and I'm not going to do it anymore. You two are nothing but thieves and I hope you get what's coming to you.
Why are you being like this?
Why are you being like this? You're the one into all this illegal stuff. You're a disgrace to our family. You've already destroyed your own life, and I'm not going to have you ruin Mom's or mine.
I'm your little sister. Isn't it the big sister's duty to get their little sister out of jams?
Okay, Amber. Here's what I'll do for you. I think I found you a place to stay and a way to get you 3 meals a day, and it won't cost you a thing. I've already called the police, so I suggest you just sit tight and wait for them to show up.
You did what? You ratted us out?
Don't look at it like that. Look at it like I was trying to help you out. I was getting you a place to stay. Or look at it like there were criminals in my condo, so I called the police. That's all. Maybe you should have gotten one of your criminal friends to put you up instead, huh?
You little...
It's about time you own up to your crimes. You were gonna get caught sooner or later anyway. One of your buddies has already ratted you out.
So it was Carson. I knew it. I knew he couldn't keep his mouth shut. Even if they lock me up, I swear I'll get revenge on him. I'm gonna release that video I have of him.
Do whatever you want with that. I don't really care. But the cops are already downstairs, so whatever you're gonna do it quick.
I'm not gonna forget this.
Try not to put up a fight when the cops arrest you. You don't need any other charges against you.
Hey, Alia. It's me.
Oh, Amber. So your trial's finished, huh? How did you manage to get out of this without getting sent to prison?
Carson and Fernando had previous records. That's why they were sent to prison. I was a first-time offender, and they counted the time I was in jail waiting up to the trial as time served. So they gave me a suspended sentence.
So in other words, they let you off easy.
That's not easy! They're making me pay back all the money I stole. I don't have anything. The only money I have to my name is the few bucks in my pocket. I have no place to stay either. Someone has to help me.
It's gonna be tough for you for a while, that's for sure. But count yourself lucky you got a suspended sentence. As long as you don't commit any other crimes and you fulfill the conditions of your probation, you probably won't have to go to prison.
Yeah, but this all happened because of you. Don't you feel even a little responsible?
What? It happened because of me? Did they not make it clear during the trial what you did? Maybe you should have another trial. Or maybe they should reconsider releasing you into society. It's pretty clear to me that you haven't reformed at all.
You were the one who called the cops and got me arrested.
You were arrested because you were into fraud, blackmail, and extortion.
Stop arguing semantics. You're so annoying. Whatever. You still live in that condo, right?
What? No. Mom and I moved out.
Stop lying. There's no reason why you two would move out of such an amazing place as that. I'm on my way over there right now, and I'm taking anything that's worth any money. Ha!
What? You just get released and you plan on committing more crimes?
Huh? No. I'm just borrowing things from my family members. That's not a crime.
Look, I told you we don't live there anymore.
You're just scared of me. That's why you said that. But to tell you the truth, I'm right outside the building now anyway. Don't worry, I'll let myself in.
Amber, don't!
You really aren't here, are you?
I told you we weren't. You did something stupid, didn't you?
The door was locked, so I broke in. But someone else is living there. I'm screwed now!
It looks that way. You're gonna be in big trouble now. That's trespassing and breaking and entering. All while you're on probation. I'm surprised you even got in the building, though. How did you do it?
One of the other people who lived in the building helped me.
What do you mean they helped you?
I kinda threatened them into letting me in the main door. What other choice did I have? You wouldn't buzz me in.
Because I don't live there.
Let's not talk about that now. I have to get out of here. Can you lend me some money? Please? I need the money fast or I'm gonna get caught again. I'll pay you back sometime, I swear. Please.
You really are pathetic. Aren't you ashamed to be sponging off your sister like this at your age? After that, Amber was arrested by the police again. Since she had broken her probation by committing another crime right after her trial, this time she was sent to prison. Years later, when she was finally released, she still had to pay back all the money she had swindled out of her victims. Her wages were garnished, and no matter how hard she worked, she barely had enough to scrape by. It forced her to live on the streets, where she still remains to this day. Amber was hoping that when Carson and Fernando got out of prison, that they would help her out. But Fernando got 10 years in prison and won't be out for quite some time. Carson's sentence got reduced because he turned himself in and testified against the others, so he actually got out around the same time as Amber. But naturally, Carson resented Amber for what she did to him, and he refused to help her at all. Amber seems to think that everyone turned their back on her, and that's why she's in the situation she's in now. She doesn't realize that it was her actions and the way she treated other people that got her into this mess. Maybe one day she'll finally come to her senses, but I doubt it. Thanks for watching! If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time! Ugh, God, that smell is just disgusting. The putrid smell of a garbage man. It's going to make me sick. I can't stand it for even one more second. Get out of my sight right now! And out of the range of my nose, thank you. Do you understand what you did? That was messed up. How could you do that to someone? And then you want to add insult on top of injury? What is wrong with you? A filthy thief came into our house, so I just drove him out. That's all. It's what any man would do to protect his house and his family. I only came around to ask for your blessing to marry Jessica. That was the whole point. If you had a problem with it, all you had to do was say no. I had no idea I'd suddenly get boiling water thrown at me. I couldn't believe it. Is that how you normally greet people? No, of course not. I was just getting rid of the germs, that's all. If your house is full of germs, you'll get sick. Can't let them spread, you know. Germs. Are you serious? I'm not sick in any way. I'm not disgusting. I'm not going to infect you with anything. I take a shower every single day. That's more than some people do. Shut up, garbage man. It doesn't matter what you say. Not when you do what you do. When a man lives and breathes in garbage all day like you do, even a shower won't cure the stench and the grossness. You have some nerve trying to marry my daughter. That kind of behavior will land you in big trouble, fishing around where you have no right to. I'm the president of a large company. That means my daughter is the president's daughter. Do you understand that? Of course I know that. I understand. Then you should know your place. What made you think you could steal my daughter away? You, a man who picks up garbage all day long. What gives you the right to be around her? I mean, I couldn't believe it. A garbage man, courting the daughter I've raised from when she was just a baby. So you think that I pick up garbage all day? That was the reason you threw boiling water on me when I asked for your blessing. What else would it be? Just because I said that I work as a garbage man? That's what all this is about. That's all I needed to know about you. And not only that, I heard it's not just you who works as a garbage man, but your father before you. You think I'm going to let my precious daughter marry into a family like that? A family whose father and son can't even manage to get a proper job? I don't think so. Please, you can keep all that garbage to yourself. Leave my family untouched by your taintedness and be on your way. Maybe you could marry a nice garbage woman. There must be some out there somewhere. You should know, I actually take pride in my work. If we didn't have people taking care of the garbage, this country would be riddled with garbage. It's an essential job. People are able to live in sanitary environments because of the work that I do. Without people like me, you'd be living in everyone's filth. Oh, shut up. You don't think I know that? I don't need you to tell me. I wasn't born yesterday. I know that someone has to do that kind of work. But in this case, it's not just someone, it's you. And you take pride in doing such lowly work for some reason. Is it really the kind of job that allows you to look forward to the future, to your plans and dreams? Well, not exactly, but... Well, there you go. I mean, it's obviously the kind of job that no one wants to do. Where's the pride in it? There's no upward mobility there. And the fact that you're even proud of it is even worse. Don't you have any desire, any ambition to make something more of yourself? It always ends up that the people who do those kinds of jobs are the dregs of society. They have no chance of rising up, and they don't even want to. Please stop talking that way. I'm a respectable member of the workforce, just like you. There's no need to disrespect me like that. And you all protect each other down at the bottom, don't you? It's like the cockroach protecting the fly. You'll defend your good-for-nothing buddies too, I imagine. You know, if I happen to see a cockroach or a fly, I'm going to throw some hot water on it, or do anything else I see fit to get rid of it. That's what a respectable member of society does. So you're calling me and the rest of the people that work in sanitation cockroaches and flies? What? Would you prefer I called you rats and maggots? I'm flexible. You'll go to great lengths just to belittle someone, won't you? If I used insecticide on a human body, it would probably be harmful to it, just like it is on insects. And despite what you may believe, I'm an eco-friendly and health-conscious kind of guy. So for someone like you, that have been roaming around in dirty garbage all day, I chose boiling water for sterilization. It's easy on the environment, and it gets the job done. You know what I mean. This is really disappointing to me. I can't believe that Jessica has someone like you for a father. Ha! You're disappointed? Well, imagine how disappointed I am, then. My daughter tells me she's bringing home the man she's going to marry, and it turns out to be some lowlife who works at a dump site. Imagine! Of course you understand. I can't let my precious daughter marry someone like you who spends all day mucking about in the dreck at the bottommost level of society. Despite how horrible you've been to me, I thought maybe I'd try to convince you one last time, but I've given it up now. That's a wise decision for someone like you. I'm glad you've decided to see some sense. So, you finally realized your status in the world? Yes, I've realized. You've made it clear that this isn't a place I can be involved in. Exactly. I'm glad you've come to your senses. My family and I are in a place that someone like you has no hope of reaching. I mean, really. The fact that my daughter could even entertain being with a garbage man. Well, I just don't know where I went wrong with her. Anyway, if I ever see you again, I'll throw twice as much boiling water at you as I did today. I'll turn your smug face into a face even you won't be able to stand to look at. Jesus. You're not human if you go that far. That's beyond insane. It's scary how vile and cruel that is. You could really hurt someone that way. You'd better be scared. You'd better not forget it. If you don't want boiling water thrown on you, never come here again. Well then, I guess I won't marry her. Don't you dare tell her, or anyone else. It's me who chooses to accept or refuse the marriage. Me! If you say it first, it will seem like my family and my daughter were rejected by you. So just wait and don't say anything, you hear me? I'll be the one to tell everyone. But rest assured, this engagement is off the table. We're calling it off. So enjoy your little life, picking up the scraps of other people and crawling at their feet, being looked down upon. And never show your face to my sweet daughter again. She's far too good and pure for you and your filth, you low-life scum. Roger that. Goodbye. Hello, President Hartman. Hi. What is it? Do you remember me? Of course. You're Jessica's father. Yes, that's right. The fact that you became the president of the company. Well, it's really... Well, when I heard your name, I thought, no way! Is that really him? It can't be. But after attending this inauguration party, I knew it was definitely you. It really is true. My future son-in-law, a company president. That's amazing. I'm very happy for you. Your son-in-law. Sorry. What? If you marry Jessica, you'll become my son-in-law, won't you? If you were able to become company president, then you're certainly a suitable person to hand my precious daughter off to. Okay, wait a second. Do you not remember what you did to me? You must be talking about the thing with the boiling water. That was awful. Even remembering it is just terrible. But it was just a little misunderstanding, you know. It's all just water under the bridge now. I told you not to hold it against me forever. That insane, cruel thing you did to me. You want me not to hold that against you. Perhaps you've already started to get a bit senile. Maybe early onset dementia or something. That's funny. I see Mr. President likes to joke around too. No, I'm perfectly fine. That's not a problem for me. This is completely unrelated. Is that right? That's too bad. What do you mean? What's too bad? If you were even just a little bit senile, you'd probably be a little happier. Life would be easier for you. Because from now on, you'll know nothing but hell. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Why are you saying such awful things to me? You want to marry my daughter, don't you? I said okay. As long as you're president, I say it's okay. Please, take my daughter. Take care of her and give her a nice life. I don't see what's so bad about that. It's a long way from being hell. I might even go so far as to call it heaven. It's a happy end for everyone. There are so many things I could say right now. I don't even know where to start. It's a little fast, but when shall we have the wedding? People are still here at the party. Is it okay if I announce the big news about your engagement? Save that nonsense for yourself. Huh? Nonsense? I'm not talking nonsense. Come on, I thought you wanted to marry my daughter. You got cold feet or something? Me? Marry Jessica. She's already married, isn't she? With our most handsome ex-employee. They eloped. Didn't you know? No, that can't be true. That's just a rumor. You must be mistaken. No, really. They really did. I'm certain of my sources. They're first-hand sources, after all. She must have decided not to tell you after what you did to me. I can't say I blame her. It's probably for the best. What? No. I'm her father. How dare she not tell me? After I broke things off with her, she came to my work. I thought maybe she was coming to apologize for what you did. I thought that maybe she wanted to get back together. But she came to meet with Lucas instead. Lucas. Doesn't ring any bells. Lucas also drives a garbage truck, so no wonder she didn't want to tell you. His family is poor, and he's been working for us since he turned 16. He's a great employee. He really knows his way around. What? Does that mean he didn't even finish high school? Oh, I can't take this. Of all the kinds of men he could be, he had to be a guy handling other people's garbage all day long. Jessica has a thing for handsome guys, and she fell in love at first sight. She approached him right away. I was angry that she just ignored my presence there after what we had had. But I thought, well, if it makes her happy, I suppose it's a good thing. I just wanted her to be happy, and so I helped them elope. They've moved out of state already, far away from you. I hooked Lucas up with a job with an acquaintance of mine, another garbage man. He's a hardworking guy. I respect him. Please, do something. Do something? About what? What do you mean? You and Jessica both have been deceived by Lucas. You both need to realize you're the right man for Jessica, not him. You're the one I approve of, as her father. The only one I approve of. So please, do something to help her. Please. We can't let her live the rest of her life with that scumbag. But the fact that I'm a garbage man wouldn't change. Have you forgotten about that? How am I different from Lucas? If he's a scumbag, then so am I. There is a world of difference between the president of a company and a lowly employee who handles the trash. If you're the president, you're on a level playing field with me. Your status is different. When a man becomes the head of a company, that means he's truly become a full-fledged man, an established adult, capable of holding his own. Someone who's just picking up garbage day in and day out is at the bottom rung of society. He's a lowlife, a nobody. So you and I are equal now. Are you really in a position to say that? Yes, I am. What do you mean? Why wouldn't I be? I'm still the president of my company. I wouldn't call you and I equal by any stretch. For multiple reasons, to be honest. But the very least because you won't be president much longer. Huh? What are you talking about? Do you understand what you've done? You've burned my arm. Simply because I work in the garbage disposal industry. That was an accident, I told you. That was a mistake. A misunderstanding. I won't waste my time listening to your excuses. If you have something you really want to say, then you can go ahead and say it to the police. The police? What about them? Because you're going to be arrested for assault, for burning me. Wait, what? No. But we're talking about an incident that happened a year ago. The statute of limitations on that has long expired. You can't get me on that. It's too late. It's 5 years. What's 5 years? The statute of limitations for assault is 5 years. There is plenty of time left to arrest you, I think. Wait, is that long? Well, I mean, I didn't do it deliberately. You should know that. I had no idea you were going to be the next president. My hand just slipped. Your hand slipped? Yeah, okay. When I was just a lowly garbage man, you were fine with hurting me. But now that I'm president, you want to take it all back. No, listen. You just don't understand. It was an honest mistake. You have to believe me. I didn't really mean it. Tell your story to the police. Maybe you'll get sympathy from them. I doubt it, though. I don't want to listen to you anymore. I'm tired of hearing your excuses. But wait! Oh, by the way, about your company. You guys used to make the parts for pressing cargo and packing it into packing boxes, right? And those are the parts that my company orders for the garbage trucks. I asked a favor of my business partner, who manufactures and sells garbage trucks. And we've made an arrangement for me to buy the parts I need from his company instead. No! Is that why the orders we've received for parts are so low today? Yep. I just made the deal today. If you do this to me, my company won't be able to survive. If our primary product is taken away, we'll face immediate financial problems. Financial problems. That's putting it nicely. You'll go bankrupt. It's not just your main product, it's your other product too. Your parts for the tanker trucks. Orders for those too will start decreasing today. What? No! What have you done? The concrete company that you sell to. The one that orders the tanker trucks. Yeah, that's my friend's company. When I told him about the situation, he said he'd change his vendor. So your main product is gone, and now your second biggest seller is gone as well. You're finished, aren't you?
Then what am I supposed to do now? I literally just invested in some new machines this month. I even got an additional loan from my bank using my house as collateral.
You think I give a crap? All I did was come to your house and ask for your blessing to marry your daughter. It was you who treated me so horribly. Literally, in your own words, you treated me as if I was an insect you had to exterminate. At that time, I had no power, no authority over you. I couldn't do anything. But I worked harder and harder at work. And eventually, my father recognized that and gave me the company. And now that I am where I am, I won't allow you to treat me like that ever again.
I said I won't. I won't. Not ever again.
It's just like I said, right? We're both presidents, leaders of our companies now. We're in the same spot. We can help each other out. And it's like I just said. You and I are not equal. If things stay the way they are, I'll be ruined. You won't leave me out in the cold, will you? We should have an understanding between us, you and I. Between you and me. I've been on a bit of a losing streak at the casinos recently as well. So even with the new investments I've made, I've got a whole lot more work to do just to keep up. Do you hear me? I don't care. That's the situation you've gotten yourself into. It's not my problem.
But if nothing changes, I'll lose my house and go bankrupt.
Ah, well, we're always looking for new employees here. Why don't you come and work for us? You'll have to get your hands a little dirty, though, of course.
Me? Work for a garbage company? As a garbage man? You want me to drive around all day in those garbage collectors and collect people's trash?
You can't make a living otherwise, can you? So why don't you join us? It's not so bad. Maybe you can even learn a thing or two.
You're asking too much. You understand, don't you? Please. I'm a president of a company, for God's sake. I mean, me. Sliding down to the bottom of the ladder. Coming home with a layer of other people's filth on me every single day. Can you even picture it? I can't.
I'm offering you a job. You're in your 40s now, in debt, with no job and no house. How about you stop making a fuss about it and show some appreciation instead? As I told you, I could easily press charges for what you did to me last year, but instead I'm offering you a chance to redeem yourself.
But, please, think of my social standing.
I don't know about your social standing, but in my eyes, you're one of the absolute lowest of the low. You may have had a lot of money before, but morally, you've been bankrupt for as long as I've known you. After that, Jessie's father tried desperately to contact her and demand her help, but she had changed her number, so he could no longer reach her. Safe to say, he had fallen far. His company went bankrupt, the bank foreclosed on his house, and all he had left was a lot of debt. He came back to me sniveling and crying and actually took me up on my job offer. Now he's become his own worst nightmare and spends all of his time picking up other people's trash. That is his life now. I wish I could say it was teaching him something, but for now it just seems like he's stewing in his own hatred of the situation. Because of his own prejudice, it's impossible for him to take pride in doing good work and being an asset to his company as well as an essential part of his community. But he's been forced into a corner and really has nowhere else to go. So, he swallows his pride and does the work silently. I wonder if he hates himself now as much as he hated me, now that he's just a low-life garbage man. As for Jessica and Lucas, well, despite the steps they took to get married and live a life together, it seems like Jessica fell in love yet again with another man. I heard that she left Lucas for him. The poor guy. But maybe it was inevitable. Maybe it's better it's over sooner than later. I don't know if she'll ever be satisfied. Now I think about how quickly she moved on from me, and it makes more sense. When I look back on things, I realize that I dodged a bullet without knowing it. I'm truly grateful that I didn't marry such a fickle, stupid woman, and that I didn't become the stepson of her idiotic, loathsome father.
Thanks for watching! If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel.